Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders, a great millstone of the will, and peace and salutations to the house of David, the elect man pushing his truth and faith sincerity. He's the brother Tazakah,
The brother Shamar.
and we just gonna go into a couple of articles. We ain't got nothing particular, just touch on a few of these articles, some of the stuff that's going on in Babylon the Great. This by CNBC. It says the U.S. just reported its deadliest day for coronavirus patients as states reopen, according to WHO, the World Health Organization. It says key points: the U.S. saw 2,909 people die of COVID-19 in 24 hours, according to the data, which was collected as of 4 a.m. Friday. That's the highest daily death toll in the U.S. yet, based on a CNBC analyst of the WHO's daily COVID-19 situation reports. The country's deadliest day comes as state officials weigh reopening parts of the economy and easing stay-at-home orders. See this later.
It's crazy.
Finish. You got precept up.
Yep. This is in 2nd Ezra 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
That's what Yahweh Shemashah is doing, man. He's literally sending all these plagues upon these people. You got poverty coming upon people. Well, I just read an article. It said that the jobless claims have spiked up to 30 million.
30 million. And it's just in a month.
That's wild.
It's just in a month.
That's wild, man.
That's well past Great Depression numbers, all right? And that's a well documented time in American history where basically they had lines, stretching outside of doors, man, where everybody was poor except for the top 1%. And every time in history, which the so-called white man knows this, whenever it gets that bad with so-called income inequality, all right, the lower masses always rise up, and there's always a revolution. So we're at that point. There's, something's got to give.
We're at breaking point. That's why you got a lot of these people protesting. Because they realizing that this government doesn't care about them. You know what I'm saying? They're just on the bottom of the food chain.
Hey, the Lord said, pray not your flight be in the winter. So this is going to be a cold summer.
You read your precept one more time?
That's right. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood.
That's another plague that's coming too, because a lot of these women are losing their husbands.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a plague for you to lose your husband. You know what I'm saying? Most men, they're the main provider of the household. You know what I'm saying?
Protector too.
The protector, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's a plague. You lose your husband.
First off, women are very important in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just want to put that out there as a caveat, because we're not into like bashing women or anything like that. But we got to let this be known that the man is the most important entity. All right, mainly the Israelite man. But the most important entity in the household is the man, because the man sets the order. You know what I'm saying? So without the man in the house, like the scripture says, you know what I'm saying, the mother rootify all.
I was going there.
Go ahead.
I was going to get there for you. I got you. This Sirach chapter 3, verse 9. It says, for the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children.
That's right. The blessing of the father established the houses. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he sets the order. All right, just like it goes back to 2 Corinthians 11 and 3, where it talks about the man. The man is the head of the woman. You know what I'm saying? Then the woman over the children. You see what I'm saying? That's the order that Yahweh Shemashah wants to set in the household. In order to make a community, you have to start with a household first, and then it expands out. But
it says, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations.
That's right. But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. And that curse goes all the way back to Eve, man. Eve taking on those philosophies, man, from the serpent, man. All right. And that rooted out all of that understanding, the tree of good and evil, man. All right, she took on to that knowledge, man. You know, what these Christians would say, she ate that apple. You know, which is bullshit. We know that's not true.
Yeah, she ate that rotten fruit.
That's right.
From that tree.
That forbidden information. That's why they say people want what they can't have. All right, good.
Bro. Yeah, you read that.
Yep.
One more time.
This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence.
The sword and the pestilence, man.
That's
because
right.
I was thinking too, ain't no way in the hell all these people die from so-called COVID-19. Ain't no way in the hell. Esau is killing people, bro.
Killing people.
He's killing people. Well, I heard reports that they got that the tests. I heard brothers say this that you know they the real reporters, but I heard brothers say that these tests are giving people coronavirus rather than like getting.
But we're not surprised by this. That's why we tell you not to do these things. That's why we tell you not to take the vaccine. So Slocky, the vaccine. All right. Don't take vaccine. All right. Esau shut down channels. He said you can say that. All right. But don't take vaccine, man. All right. So because they're actually putting it inside of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not coalescing with your biological makeup, man. All right. So hey, man, I'll read this again. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste, sword and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
To waste thy houses with destruction and death, man.
Right.
That's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? These houses are literally being wasted with destruction and death, man.
That's right.
You know, people are getting wiped out, man. You know, by the thousands, by the hundreds, man. You know what I'm saying? This is heavy, man.
That's right.
I think that the death toll is like in the 100,000s right now. I mean, you know, of course, we know Esau played with numbers.
And he's playing with the actual, you know what I'm saying, the actual disease itself. Like
Right.
Like the brother was saying, you know, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are dying from things that are other than that, you know, and they're naming it COVID-19 to increase that scare. Because Esau believes in ruling by something called order out of chaos. All right, order out of chaos. This is right now. Is this not chaos to you? And right now he's studying the reaction. All right, it's problem, reaction, solution. The problem right now, it's always a problem. That's how he rules his kingdom. All right, so he always comes with the problem, studies the reaction, and presents the solution. So right now the problem is COVID-19. All right, he's studying the reaction, and he's gonna come with the solution, which ultimately is gonna be the microchip.
Ooh, and that's a good point because he's trying to get these people to react. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's reopening everything back up. You know what I'm saying?
That's him studying it.
Bro. Because he's like, oh, they're fucking up.
Yep.
So let me reopen it up, and then I'm gonna force more deaths to be like, look, this is not working. You know what I'm saying? So now if y'all don't want to get with it, I'm finna smash on y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
Would you gonna get something else out?
I can go back in another part of the 2nd Esdras.
Okay, yeah. I want you to get one piece of it.
Yeah, what you want?
1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Because you see how they like Esau ultimately trying to reopen everything, reopen the economy, you know, and trying to get things back going, which really we already know that's one of his plots and his devices to be able to bring order out of chaos like you was just going into. But the scriptures speak on this too, you know, about how, peace and safety is going to be spoken.
Actually, to land back what you're saying, I don't think he wants to open it up. He just needs a reason to keep it closed so he can shut down.
Right.
For real, you know what I'm saying? So like, he don't have to, because he knows that long as people sitting in the house, they're going to just get restless, which they are. But he just needs a reason to tell them, hey, I tried that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he doing. Yeah, bro.
What you want to get?
That 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3.
So that's it. That's mine. That's my script right there. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
And that's what's happening right now in this article, man. You know what I'm saying? The states reopening, but damn near 3,000 people just died yesterday, man.
Right.
You know? So this is not, in a 24-hour span, 3,000 people just died down here, man.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Like, this is not, bro, we're not in ain't no peace and safety coming, man. Care about how many masks you put on and how much social distancing you're doing. You know, Yahweh outside is obviously bringing destruction right now. You know, through men which are his hands, like Esau on the left hand side.
Social distancing. What the hell is that? This is First Thessalonians 5:3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Yeah, so you can't escape this judgment that Yahweh outside is bringing, man. Regardless of what you try to do, man. You know, you can protest all you want for them to reopen this country back up. You can, get a vaccination, you know what I'm saying, like the brother was saying. You know, you can get, take Esau's witchcraft, you know, do whatever the hell you want to do, man, but ultimately you're not going to be able to escape the judgment that Yahweh outside it's got purpose, man. It's no safety or no peace coming. Well, scripture say there's no peace to the wicked,
right?
You know, so there ain't no peace coming to this place, man.
There's no peace, absolutely. The Lord, you know what I'm saying, the Lord wants, he just wants this thing balanced out, you know what I'm saying? So right now, America has been so wicked. The scripture says that his wickedness will stack up to the heavens. So the balance to that is that he throws it down, just like he did with the Tower of Babel, all right? Because they thought that was the first attempt, all right, in recorded history. That was the first attempt at a new world order. It's happened before. You know what I'm saying? The Babylonians tried it. Didn't work out so well for them. And now the new Babylonians are trying it again. This time they're going to come in the form of the microchip, the RFID microchip. All right? You got something?
Yeah, I got this Revelation 18. This Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh shall have remembered her iniquity.
That's right. Remembered all the way from the beginning, man. Going back to the garden, all right? So I was about to say feed. But when you gave that information to Eve, man, for her to partake in.
What's like the point that Brother Karafa made to me a while back. He did feed her something because she ate it up.
Yep, she did.
Like, you know, they got the expression, eat it up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Eat this robe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The entire robe. Go ahead.
It says, reward her even as she has rewarded you.
That's right. So you rewarded us with slavery, all right, with redlining, all right, with wicked bank practices. All right, we're going to run the tab up on you, Esau. It says to give to you double. All right. So you did all these things to us. All right. Now we're gonna do it in righteousness, though, on the left hand side. On the right hand side. It's like slippery tongue. All right. We're gonna return everything that you did to us times 2, because it's only right. You know, it's balanced. But
it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
That's right. So you gave us 50. All right. So like you gave us 500 years. We're gonna give you 1,000. They see how that works. See what I'm saying? You gave us 20 lashes. We giving you 40. Or hell, really more than that. Till our arm gets tired. And then if our arms get tired, we're gonna make Ham do it. You know what I'm saying? Ham go all day.
It says, in the cup which she hath filled to her double.
That's right.
I'm gonna read number 8. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
That's right. Read that one for
This Revelation 18:7. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
That's right. She's lived deliciously off of what? The blood of the saints. All right. The blood of the saints. Is baked into the soil of America, man. All right. Everything that makes this place great it was provided by the blood of the Israelites, man. All right. So you've lived deliciously for all these years. We're talking to you Chaldeans. All right. You elite. You banking families. All right. This message is specifically tailored to you. All right. You lived all this time. You've been able to hoard all that money and gold and put it in different places, whether it be the Vatican or whatever the places you got it. You're gonna have to cough that up because you holding on to something that belongs to us. And not only that, you belong to us. All right. You and everything you so-called own, which you don't own nothing. You just holding it for us. All right. So it's time for us to take the kingdom. Go ahead.
It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow.
Said, read that one more time for the Chaldeans. They need to hear that part.
God, this in Revelation 18:7, it says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow.
You said a queen. You said like this. You said like you can't be touched. Your American military cannot touch anything, right? You sit a queen like the scripture says. It's described in Babylon. Is it not America? Does not America say we have the greatest military in world history? Okay, you do. Now recently, which we can get that article too. Recently, the Pentagon just said the videos of those chariots, all right, they are confirmed to be unidentified, so-called unidentified flying vehicles, which means there's nothing on this earth that can explain those vehicles. All right, the Pentagon just said that. That just released a few days ago. Matter of fact, I believe it was May 1st. It's highly spiritual that it would be May 1st. Mayday, Mayday. You know what I'm saying? Because this place is going down. Mayday, Mayday.
Good. It says, I sit a queen and am no widow. I shall see no sorrow.
Man, I shall see no sorrow. America won't be destroyed. We got the greatest military of all time. You tripping.
We're going to reopen this economy. Ain't
We gonna-
nothing going to happen, man.
Ain't nothing gonna
A couple
happen.
people died, that's straight.
You know what I'm saying? We lost less people than anybody. You know? Meanwhile, the numbers are spiking. Good.
God. Therefore should her plagues come in one day.
In one day. All right? In one day should that day come, man. Yeah, I want to get something out of Isaiah. I think you might know where I'm going. I want you to read that point again, and I'm going to bring this out right there. Yeah, start back at the top right on the same page.
It's Revelation 18:8. It says, therefore should her plagues come in one day.
That's right. It should come in one day, man. All right? It's going to come in one day. Truly 1 hour.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know? I want to bring this out. You bring this out. This is Isaiah 47:1. You already know. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender or delicate.
That's what's going on, because you had these people in America when coronavirus first popped up, and it was just in China, you know, in the land of Moab. You know, these Americans was like, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't worried about it. You know, but now them plagues that was over there in Moab is coming over here to America.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah, you read one more time. This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, that's what's happening, man. You know, this place Babylon is not tender and delicate no more, man. Now you're receiving plagues. You know, now you're getting opened up on. You know,
that's right. I got one more. I gotta look it up. Yep, this is. It's like this is Psalms 137. This is Psalm 137:7. It says, remember, O Lord Yahweh Shemashah, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
Nah, that's yeah. Now, ultimately, you got the whole, you got the majority of the world's substance in your hands, man. And it started, from ransacking Jerusalem, taking our temples down, ransacking our sanctuaries, and now you're gonna have to be repaid for that, man. It's starting with your country, your weak ass sanctuary being brought down, And how about Shemashah? Remember that, just like you read in Revelation the 18th chapter, he has remembered their iniquities, right?
Every incarnation of it. No matter what kingdom it came as, you know what I'm saying, or what kind of wicked incarnation that it came in, man. The Lord is gonna remember all of those, going back to the garden. All right. So they could come with this. They could come with this talking point that the Lord is gonna bless America. Yeah, He's gonna bless America, but it's gonna be with nuclear missiles. Going down, verse 8, it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed." And a lot of people skip over that and don't. That right there is letting you know that Edom is linked to Babylon. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me get this thing. This is verse 8. It says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us." It goes back to Revelation 18.
Brother. Yeah, so Yahweh Shemashah, he's well pleased with the destruction of this place.
That's right.
Contrary to popular belief, people think like, oh, God, he would be, he's not with all these people dying like this. Yes, he is. He doesn't take pleasure in the wicked, but I mean, he's about judgment though.
Yes, he is.
So
get that too.
Yeah, bro. Judgment has to go out. He that do a wrong shall receive for the wrong that he have done. There is no respecter of person.
First off, and they come absolutely. First off, man, the Lord is about balance. False balance is an abomination. So too much of just the Lord just let wickedness run amok. You know what I'm saying? Without righteousness, eventually, overtaking this wickedness. That's not balanced. So the Lord's got to balance it out, man. So all this wickedness, what you think? How would you? There's no other way for it to go out other than what's about to happen. All right. This is we brought this out of camp yesterday. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that even I am he that there is like you. See now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal.
Yeah. So Yahweh Shemashah, he's responsible for the wounding and the healing out here. So if you get wounded from so-called COVID-19 or whatever other, these numerous plagues that's going out with you, how about Shemashah allowed that to happen to you, and ultimately Yahweh Shemashah is allowing this place to be destroyed because that's the purpose and will of the Heavenly Father, for His only begotten Son.
That's right. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Right, yeah, so just like we read in 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter, sudden destruction shall come upon them and they will not be able to escape. Why? Because you can't escape from the hand of Yahweh Shemashah. The only way you can escape the hand of Yahweh Shemashah is through Yahweh Shah, or Mashiach, and we know Yahweh Shah, he said he ain't came for everybody. He's not coming for everybody. So, only a certain sector of people can, be saved, It's back in Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh Shemashah who judgeth her. So death, mourning, and famine. That's what's coming upon this place, man. Whole lot of plagues, man. That's right. We can get a couple more of these articles out here, right? Yeah. You got another preset, bro?
Yeah, I'll come with something real quick. Just laying back on the point you were just making right there. This is Psalms. This is Psalm 37 and 28. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh Shemashah loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
So how about Shemashah? He loved judgment, man. Ultimately, man, righteous. Righteous and with judgment for
it's not righteous.
Yeah, right. Well, all his judgment is righteous, but righteous judgment for the righteous and reward of judgment towards the wicked. Right. It said back in the article, it says the United States just had its deadliest day on record to the coronavirus. As states across the country began to ease restrictions meant to curb the spread of the virus, according to data published by the World Health Organization. The U.S. saw 2,909 people die of COVID-19 in 24 hours, according to the data, which was collected as of 4 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday. That's the highest daily COVID-19 death toll in the U.S. yet, based on a CNBC analyst of whose daily COVID-19 situation reports. Before May 1st, the next highest U.S. daily death toll was 2,471 reported on April 23rd. It says state officials have previously warned that data on COVID-19 deaths are difficult to analyze because they often represent patients who became ill and were hospitalized weeks ago. And that's the devil's witchcraft. It says representatives of the WHO did not immediately respond to CNBC's request for comment. The country's deadliest day comes as state officials weigh reopening parts of the economy and easing stay-at-home orders. Public health officials and epidemiologists, if I said that right, have warned that as the public grows fatigued by restrictions and businesses reopen, the virus could spread rapidly throughout communities that have yet to experience a major epidemic. Protesters in at least 10 states on Friday demanded that the government lift stay-at-home orders and other emergency measures put in place to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Among the states that saw protests are California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Tennessee, and Washington.
That's a lot of Jake places. That's a lot of Jake areas.
Bro. It said dozens of states and shit. Esau too.
Yeah.
Esau beat heavy out there in them states. It says dozens of states have unveiled reopening plans, and several, including Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas, have already begun to allow non-essential retailers to open. So basically, man, we just read it here when they were saying like basically this could cause the pandemic to spread worse, by reopening this up. But they just doing it because these people are being wary, so they want to just reopen stuff up. But we see the plot of Esau Edom, these devils right now. They ultimately want to just crank stuff back up, kill a whole bunch of people and be like, look, we opening back up, it's not helping. You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta shut down on you. If you're not with it, then we're gonna shut you down.
That's right. I got a piece of it. This is Psalm 64:1. It says, "Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words."
That's that Psalm 64. Yep.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Bro. That's what they doing. They having secret councils because these devils, they want to actually kill people, man.
Yep.
Population control. They want to take the population down to 500 million, man. That's a lot of people to die, man. And at the rate they go and shit, they can achieve it.
The Georgia Guidestones. You know what I'm saying? Georgia, we gotta go as a camp all together at one time. You know what I'm saying? Georgia Guidestone just about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here. You know what I'm saying? And it says right there when you first get there, the number one thing is to maintain human population under 500 million. There's 7.3 billion people on the earth right now. Okay, that's a lot of death, man.
Killing.
That's a lot of killing. All right, and they got it in all different 8 languages, man. You know what I'm saying? Even the so-called Jews language, they're Yiddish. All right. You got some more.
You got no piece of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now it is some more. It's beautiful. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately.
And this is an example of them laying snares privately. You know, reopening stakes back up. You know, with a plot and a plan ultimately to kill you, man.
Hey,
when they reopened it,
when it was going into what I forget how we said when order out KO. What it's something? It's another.
Oh, the Hegelian.
The Hegelian dollar.
Yeah.
So basically, they're right now the way they're ruling is called order out of chaos, man. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos, like, all right. You know, order out of chaos, man. So the problem reaction solution. Right now they have the problem is COVID-19. They're studying the reaction right now because they're reopening these states, all right, to see what the reaction is going to be. And then once that so-called, experiment fails, because it's going to fail, all right, then they're going to come with the solution. You know what I'm saying? Vaccine. All right. It says. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?"
Yeah, they say, "Who shall see them?" Well,
most High will see us.
Well, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You know, then surely the Lord doeth nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets.
That's right.
So we see what you devils are doing, man.
That's right, and calling you out on.
God, bro.
It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yeah, they're deep into wickedness, man. They're deep, way beyond you could even imagine, man. You know, the scriptures tell you in Ephesians the 5th chapter, it's a shame to speak of the things that they even do in secret, man.
That's right.
You know, so they're into all type of wickedness, man.
It'll bug you out.
Bro. Yeah, you know, an example of that too is these they're demanding a lot of these meat plants to kill their animals, man, and kill a lot of these farmers to throw away their crops, you know, and destroy their crops, you know, and a lot of these different food processing places, they're telling them to get rid of their product, man. You know, why is that? Ultimately because he wants to control the world's intake of food, man.
Right.
You know, which he don't want you to have no damn food. He wants you. Only way you're gonna get some food is if you accept him as a god.
That's right.
Cause you need food to survive. So he's like, well, if people ain't got no food, if I control the food, then they definitely gonna turn to me, man.
I got a piece of work for you to get that.
God.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and 12. It says Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be spit with the plague and punishment of the Most High, that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation.
That's what's going on, man. You know, these people, they say in a couple weeks, man, these grocery stores on the verge of not having no meats on the shelf, well, not having no vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely, because right now, you know what I'm saying, it's on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, the truckers are still moving, all right, there's a lot of movement or whatever, but on the West Coast, produce ain't really a main thing right now, you know what I'm saying, like, ain't a lot of loads coming out of California right now, all the loads on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, pretty soon they're gonna shut off the whole West Coast, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't gonna get no produce, so you're gonna have to eat all meat.
Because that's where a lot of vegetation comes from. The majority of the country's vegetation comes from California. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So,
and because all of the well, you know, we got this thing called Farmageddon, right? Well, basically, they've reached into the soil so much they haven't given the land no time to, you know what I'm saying? They haven't given the land a Sabbath, time to rest. You know, now the land is producing dust bowls, man. All right, there ain't that. All the crops are dried up. So now everything west of the Mississippi pretty much is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Midwest as well.
The Midwest.
Yeah.
You know?
God.
So right now, man, you know, one thing about it, once they stop the trucks, America's done for real. It's done now already, but it's really done. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing holding this place up, man.
Yup. It says, this is another article. It says, when these locations face possible supply shortages as nations meet supply chain struggles.
Right.
It says, it might be time to stock up on some Baconators.
Hey, and for all and you know what, all these years in the truth, man, a lot of Jakes, when we used to be when we was on the highways and byways, and we used to tell Jake, hey man, all hell's gonna break loose. There's gonna be famines in the street. And Jake used to scorn at us like a mother. He'd be scorning at us like, man, look, well, I'm gonna always go to McDonald's. I'm gonna always go. Windows gonna always be open. You know what I'm saying? Waffle House don't never close.
Man, they got chicken nuggets in there right now. 10 for 99. 10 for 99 cents.
10 for 99 cents.
Oh, I got a precept real quick on
Go
here.
ahead.
This second Ezra 16 in verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case.
Ooh, hey, I gotta get that script, well, I'm sorry. You gotta read that again. I'm gonna get that script where it says, what was that we were reading earlier?
Which one? Isaiah 47?
No, the one where it says when they should be in it.
Peace and safety?
Yep.
First Thessalonians.
I knew it.
It
came in my mind.
Yeah. I'm reading one more time. This second Ezra 16 and 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case.
You should think you should be in a good case because you got some food for right now. Oh, because Waffle House is still open. Oh, because McDonald's is still open. Burger King is still open. But right now, the article he's bringing out is basically letting you know that the food is running out, man.
Bro. And I was just gonna say, if you notice when you go into a lot of these food spots, they be missing stuff.
Yep.
Like at the spot I work at, you know, the little smoothie spot. Well, they be like, let me get these type of chips. We only got this, and so you know,
we went to Waffle House last night.
Oh yeah,
it was like they only had.
Bro. Yep.
So hey man, let me get this real quick, and we can bring that out again. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So yeah, man. So hey, the Lord right now is he got that firing squad circling this place, man. Circling this place like sharks, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a feeding frenzy about to get ready to go crazy on America, man. Wow. All right. Yeah, read that one more time.
God. This second Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, them little 10 pieces of chicken nugget for 99 cents, bro. Jake probably think, at least I can have those. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have those at least. You know what I mean? I'll be able to feed my daughter, my son. You know what I'm saying?
They still got all these restaurants open. Man, you got these assholes. They be coming to, you know, I work at a little smoothie shop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They be coming at the smoothie shop like this shit just like the country still at your convenience. So you're buying smoothies in a pandemic? You people are fucking wow, man. You know what I'm saying? You just coming. Let me get my smoothie. I want spinach and kale in it. Nigga, what the hell you think this is, man?
Hey, you know what's funny though? I just thought about this. I used to work at the Atlanta Food Bank, right? And all that food they got in there, right? Guess where they got that place at? It's on Bankhead. Now anybody that knows anything about Atlanta, all right? Bankhead is so damn hood. I don't care if they try to gentrify it. You can't gentrify it that hard. You know what I'm saying?
They changed the name to Donald Lee.
It's still Bankhead. It's still Bankhead. So let me tell you, they got the food bank on Bankhead. Now after 12, when you be on Bankhead, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you gonna see the zombies. The set of thrillers gonna come out for real. So when all hell breaks loose, I'm telling you, man, them folks gonna be hungry. Where you think they gonna go to? There's gonna be a lot of dead bodies, man, in the streets of Atlanta or America, period. But
it says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
That's right, Church of Chicken. Yeah, man, I can still get that 2-piece, you know what I'm saying, for $169. You know what I'm saying, on Tuesday, so. That's what they gonna say. I can still go to the church and get that 2-piece real quick.
I can still go get me a smoothie.
Still get me a smoothie.
And add peaches in it.
I don't understand that shit. Like, you eat smoothie? What the hell going on? Go ahead.
You think yourself in that case, you can still go get a smoothie for $5, $6, $7. You like, man, we good
out here. Yeah, we rich.
It says, even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
That's right, great confusion is gonna come out of the fact that you can't get your Church of Chicken on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Jay gonna be like, man, what? Waffle House closed? Right, we know it's serious now. Waffle House closed. But confusion is gonna come out of that. It's gonna come out of the state or the fact that now you have nowhere to go, and the walls are closing in, and that water's rising. Now what are you gonna do?
You can't even grow your own food. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So
we accepted this a long time ago in the truth, man. In order to really truly come in the truth, we had to accept that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is the only way out of this. We need a savior, man. We can't save ourselves, man. Look at what we're in, man. Look what we live. We live in a real pit, man. All right, for real.
They said RT had an article. They said we're on the brink of a global famine of biblical proportions.
That's right.
Of biblical proportions. You know
they always say that, right?
God. You know,
but they don't believe in the Bible.
God. But hey, look, this don't be any biblical incident that you can refer to a famine is not going to compare to the famine that we're coming into right now.
Let me get it. Let me get it. Hey, let's not talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is you already know what it is. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, it's the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So you're like, oh, Jacob gonna be saved out of it. Well, that's talking about the remnant.
That's right.
The remnant. You know, because all of Israel is not of Israel. So everybody ain't Jacob right now. Because you know, the Jacob name was later changed to Israel. So just because you are the nation of Israel don't mean you just gonna be saved out of this time.
That's right.
You know, man, it's bro, where you gonna get food from? If all the fast food places are shut down, all the grocery stores are shut down, you can't grow nothing, and ain't no seeds to grow, what are you gonna do? You're gonna literally have to have a divine power to get through that.
And the Lord said that He's gonna feed His elect. Man. He's gonna feed His elect. They're going to have, through the Spirit, they're gonna have banquets. while watching these other people starve to death, man. All right, it says even the fowls of the air is going to have a banquet.
Oh yeah, they gonna have a hell of a feast. I was just watching the Apostles. They pulled out a script on it. I was like, whoa.
That's right.
You know, I think it's like Ezekiel 37. You know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much like the fowls of the heaven, they gonna eat good out here.
Great.
They finna get fed.
That's right.
You know.
I see them on the road sometimes, bro. I be saying them, and that scripture pops in my head a lot. Because I see those crows and like little vultures, you know what I'm saying, picking off the dead off the side of, you know what I'm saying, off the road and stuff like that, man. Like, just imagine, man, it's going to be bodies on top of bodies, man. You know?
It says, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
That's right. Shall the sword destroy. Everything that the famine doesn't cover, the sword will.
Yeah, bro.
So how are you going to escape this?
Man.
You know? We accepted a long time ago that Yahweh Shema Shai is the only way out. But our people, you know, dragging their feet, you know what I'm saying? Not really taking heed to what these words are saying, man.
It says, I was on this article, you know, we can get that way. It says Wendy's is facing supply chain issues that could cause certain menu items to be in short supply. What we were just talking about. Like a lot of these, okay, you can still go to these fast food restaurants, but they don't have nothing. They're running out of stuff.
That's right.
They don't really have. You ain't gonna have no choices. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like you go in there, you like, oh, I'm finna go get me a triple cheeseburger. No, your ass is gonna get a junior bacon cheeseburger, and that's it.
And you're gonna wait for an hour in line to get it. So here's the crazy thing about this, man. They really truly believe that these restaurants are gonna stay open. We just had a full-on conversation and part of the video as well, where basically I brought out the fact that Cheesecake Factory is shutting down shop. They can't pay the rent. So this place is down the drain. All right, down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. You know.
It says Wendy's is facing supply chain issues that can cause certain menu items to be in short supply as restaurants across the country reports. As restaurants across the country. It says, according to the news outlet, certain Wendy's locations in Kentucky have not been able to offer their full menu. In a statement obtained by WYMT, a spokesperson of Wendy's confirmed that the chain is struggling from production challenges, which could cause menu items to become unavailable.
That's right. So no more 4 for $4. You can't get that 4 for $4 no more. You can't get that nugget with that junior bacon cheeseburger. You're gonna have to get either or.
Go ahead, bro. It says they also said that the situation is expected to be temporary.
Hey, when they should say peace and safety. When they should think themselves to be in a good case.
You're not getting out of this. What do you mean this is temporary? What the hell? What light is in the tunnel for you? And then the meat processing plants producing no meat.
Right.
How the hell? Cows are being killed by the thousands and the millions. What the hell you talking about? This is temporary, man. This look like damn permanent.
That's right. That's right.
It says, as you likely heard, beef suppliers across North America are currently facing production challenges. The statement said because of Tyson is on the verge of shutting down. They produce over 20% or around 20% of America's meat population, bro.
Right.
That's a lot of food, bro.
That's a lot of food.
You know, it says, as you've likely heard, beef suppliers across North America are currently facing production challenges. The statement said because of this, some of our menu items may be in short supply from time to time at some restaurants in this current environment. They continue, we expect this to be temporary and we're working diligently to minimize the impact to our customers and restaurants. But the scriptures say, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, your house should be overthrown soon. Yep. So how you working diligently to make sure your customers straight. What about working diligently to make sure your house don't bust your head?
Well, we just read that when it says they search out iniquity. They give a diligent search. All right. So their iniquity is to try to overthrow what the words of Yahweh Shema Shah says. And that right there, we know that that's not going to happen. All right, because the Lord word went out, man. It's not going to come back void.
It says, Wendy's is not the only restaurant facing issues with its supply chain. Due to outbreaks of the coronavirus, several meat manufacturing facilities across North America have closed down. This has reportedly led to meat shortages in certain areas. Meat suppliers are also dealing with the loss of restaurant orders and increased demand for safety equipment at their facilities, which has reportedly put America's food supply chain under immense strain.
And and I just want to add this little point in as well. Being a driver, all right, when we show up to these plants, because a lot of drivers don't have masks and gloves and stuff like that. So now that's causing security, all right, they're paying them already under living wages, right? As it is. So when you show up at security, now security has to become the doctor. They have to, they have to ask you different questions that's not of their job. Mm-hmm. Now that's causing them not to be careless with checking the correct product or how much it's supposed to be. All right, when you leave or when you come in. All right. Now it's just causing a whole causing a whole unction to the system, man. Which the system was already flawed anyway, but now with this introduction, now it's causing a whole thing to just shut down, man. All right. So now, man, it's really easy. It's really easy to just stop everything, man. You know, pretty much, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a cold summer.
God, I got this one last one. It say 7 high-risk sex offenders released in California amid coronavirus pandemic.
And on top of that, you got dudes out there that are taking the box.
Oh,
All right, a dog's purpose. Dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get man's best friend to go search our box, man.
It says Orange County District's Attorney Todd Spitzer on Tuesday issued a warning to residents after 7 registered sex offenders who he said were high risk were recently released from custody early amid the ongoing coronavirus pandemic.
And first off, you gotta think about it. These guys were caught. There's other sex offenders out here that haven't never been caught. So when the law just finally, I remember, Slacky, I want you to go ahead and finish the article, but I just want to bring this out. But I spoke to a police officer, like, I want to say a few days ago, and it was like in a little small town in Arkansas. And he was like, yeah, he was telling me how they can't lock anybody up. He was giving me all the dirt. He was telling me everything. He said that they can't lock anybody up. They can't give anybody tickets, all right? Because, and he said in his town, they have like a lot of meth labs out there. You know what I'm saying? So they can't give anybody tickets or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he's rendered useless. All right, all he does is just ride around all day and waste gas on taxpayers dime. All right, so police is useless out here. Pretty soon, guys like himself are going to throw down that badge because there's gonna be all hell. Once people realize that there's no police in the streets, you women are in trouble. All right, hey, tremble you women that are at ease, man.
But yeah, that's pretty much. Let's get Ciroc 39 out of here. Just get out of here. Yeah, man, you can just see, like the brother was saying, this place is circling down the drain, man. Right, you know, day by day that goes on, man. You know, like we read in 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, you know, even then, after themselves thinking themselves to be in good case, evil shall grow upon the earth, man. Like you reopening up states and then 3,000 people get knocked off in 24 hours. Right. It's just like more and more is coming, no matter what you do. No matter what it's no bright side.
Why would it be? What you want to say?
Ciroc 39 and 28.
This is Ciroc 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Yeah, and an example of them spirits that created for vengeance are like these 7 high-risk sex offenders who got released, you know what I'm saying, from jail and prison, man, you know? Right. Like these 7 high-risk sex offenders, man, we talking about child.
First off, that's spiritual. 7 being meaning completion.
Ooh, Yep.
It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And them strokes, man, you women, it's going to be literal strokes.
Man, sore strokes, that's wild.
It says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So yeah, this, once again, you know, how about you outside is, you know, happy with this place going down, man. You know, the Lord is not with this place, man. You know, the Lord is for this, man. You know, the Lord is for bringing destruction upon this place. You know, that's right. You keep reading on out.
It says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
So the vengeance of the Lord is going out right now. Fire, famine, death. You know, so it's a spirit that's on famine. You know, which that spirit is getting heavy out here. You know, where people are finna be homeless. You know, it's a spirit that's on death that's out here. You know, the death angels are murking people, man. You know, it's a spirit on fire. You know, which ultimately we know that's the ultimate plague that Yahweh Shemashai gonna send upon this place. You know, which you know are those ICBM nuclear missiles. You know,
It says, they shall rejoice in His commandment.
So it's a spirit that's on famine, and you know. The spirit that's within famine is rejoicing in the commandment of Yahweh Shemashai.
That's right.
You know?
It says, they shall rejoice in His commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is.
So the need is for famine to come out right now. So we're coming into a time where people finna be starving to death, man. That's right. You know?
It says, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
Con, bro, and that's why these food plants are shutting down. These meat plants are shutting down. That's why these restaurants are shutting down. Why? Because Yahweh Shai got a spirit of famine out here. That's why a lot of people are dying out here. You know, because the spirit of death is out here. You know, and these spirits are ready to appease the wrath of Yahweh Shai.
That's right. That's right. It says, therefore from the beginning I was resolved and thought upon these things, and have left them in writing. All the works of the Lord Yahweh Shai are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season.
Yeah, all the works of the Lord is good. So these are good works that's going on, and he's giving you every needful thing, which destruction is needed for this place. It's well overdue, man. Speak about that in Joel, the 3rd chapter, and Revelation, the 14th chapter. That's right. How the sickle is stick in the sickle for the harvest is ripe. That's the wickedness of this place, man.
That's right. That's what they whenever you see like that so-called figure called death, he always had like a big staff with a sickle on it. All right.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying? And that's what Yahweh Shai gonna come with. Yahweh Shai gonna come with the reaper.
Bro.
All right.
The reaper.
He's coming, man. So Esau knows what's coming. All right, he knows what's coming. He always comes. Hey, look, it's scriptural. I mean, it's spiritual too, because he always wears like a big overcoat and probably got fringes on it. It's probably got fringes with a sickle.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. You see Esau, that's Esau calling evil good and good evil. That's right. Yep. That's it. Yeah, that's it, brother. We just want to bring out a couple of articles, get some spiritual work in for you brothers, man. Lord, what it was edifying. We want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone to rule well, and peace and salutations to the house of David, the elect man pushing his truth, faith and sincerity. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.